Button has been pressed.
All right. Well, hello everyone.
All three of you.
So I'm gonna make an admission. I'm totally unprepared for what's about to happen and the things that we're going in to do, and that's okay. I'll improvise. But I didn't expect us to jump into this area. Certainly not this thing right now.
We need to go somewhere else instead.
No, I refuse. We're in it. We're doing it.
There's a whole second name has appeared in our chat.
Oh heck yeah! There were a lot of people during the break.
Mind-boggling.
Here we are.
Oh my god, we're actually back on time.
That's crazy.
That was the goal.
Wow.
Can you
That never
imagine?
happens. We were supposed to start at 12:30 and we started at 1.
All right. So we can go. We can get going.
People are so nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not on the stream right now.
They said they saw us. They happened to see us on and rated us. And they said, "I hope you guys are doing well today."
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's so sweet.
Good stuff.
Thanks.
Sorry we're about to bore you to death, but we appreciate the compliments.
No, you gotta sell it.
All right. So you guys are headed off to through the Axel district. And you're going to be going no, I'm sorry, you're going back home first. That's what I forgot.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're going back to Aether's house. So I have to get a different music.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's good. This is on me. I did this to myself. I did this to myself.
Person that rated us has apparently been a dungeon master for 20 years.
That's 5 times what I've done.
Alrighty.
I should get like a robot mask. Like,
why should you get a robot mask?
What was the robot in what was the really big robot that says like Superman or whatever?
Oh, the Iron Giant.
Yeah, I should get an Iron Giant mask.
That'd be good.
Vin Diesel.
He was, yeah, you're right. Any case, you're back at Aether's house, the Sharon Whistle estate. Not really an estate.
Squad headquarters.
The sounds of Sharon.
The sounds of Sharon Whistle.
Sewer squad.
Sewer squad's dead.
Nope.
Let it go. It died.
The squad died. It was born in the sewers and it died in the sewers.
Quipper crawled into the sewer just to die, and that's where the group died.
Oh my god.
No.
Right though.
It's so depressing.
It's true.
Yes, you're correct, but also you're wrong.
For people for the two
spoiler
people that are watching this, and a little bit of a spoiler, but that should be obvious. In the last episode we recorded, my character got hard murdered.
Yeah, that was rough.
A mob boss. It was great.
That was the first like character murder I've ever done. We've had bad times, but that was the first time like it was straight up, this guy's dead.
This whole campaign has been very many near-death experiences, though. I still remember our like first fight against like a gibbering mouther, and it was literally just the two of them lying on the ground dying, and me just like healing word, healing word, healing word. Please stop dying. Please kill this thing.
I'm very good at balancing fights to being near deaths. I can't seem to get like normal, like this will be a normal fight. No, it's like you guys almost die every time.
The blood phases were pretty like pretty balanced.
They were very reasonable.
Remember in last campaign when my character almost became a vampire?
I do remember that. It should have happened. If you didn't interfere, Corinna, we would have had it.
I felt so cool though. I was like, I have banishment. Let's just try.
In any case, we can get back to it. You guys get to your house. Crumbs sees the Sharon Whistle house for the first time. The shop filled with, not really a shop anymore, obviously, but it's filled with whatever tools and trinkets Aether has left behind. Yeah.
Well, Well, welcome to my house. Kind of our house. Used to be a shop. Now it's not. We have 2 rooms. I have one that I think you could stay in. I'm not sure if do the doors fit? Like,
It's a squeeze.
okay, maybe we could work something out with the doors, in that room up there. But,
Mix is doing like the essentially snow angels right in the middle of the ground floor. Just home, sweet home. It's a little dirty
It's kind of like our home base, I guess. But,
for our private investigations.
right, we're going to be leaving pretty soon, though. Figured we could get some rest. There's not much to show. This is it, other than upstairs, and I have a workshop. But
You make stuff.
I'm going to check our mailbox.
What you do in a
oh,
workshop?
yeah. Oh well, my parents were artificers, and so I kind of picked up some things from them. We used to make
Well, my dad was an artificer too.
my parents mostly made armor and shields type of things, but when I eventually took over, I make toys. So
That's awesome. You make toys and I make cookies and stuff. Kids will love us.
And I make trouble.
that's right.
Well, kids like that too, actually. Sometimes, they're always doing those funky stuff.
Maybe we could start our own circus.
You could open like a Chuck E. Cheese. Not that that's something my character would know about.
Chuck E. Cheese TM.
We could open a generic pizza place.
A
that has
cheddar
arcade
mouse.
games.
Oh my god.
Cheese
Well,
and squeaks.
Charles D. Mozzarella.
Well, you guys can, I guess, find your bearings here. I'm going to check in the basement just to make sure that nothing has disrupted the sewer door. I'm just gonna go down and look and make sure.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna roll for that. You open the door and you see a large rat. Just like
I close the door immediately.
okay, the large rat was carrying another rat in its like long teeth, and just kind of like munching on it as it walked.
Not dealing with that today. Just wanted to make sure there weren't any like zombies or anything. That he's fine. He can go about his business. That is perfectly fine with me.
Do we have any mail?
No. Omar took care of that for you.
I also don't really have any friends, so.
It is illegal to open another person's mail.
It's also legal to hire a group of basically hitmen. So
Alright, well,
hit people.
trying to think if there's anything I wanted to do.
I think probably good to go to sleep, but after that,
Yeah, we should
I
probably.
want to look for Celia's cart. See
Ooh,
if it's nearby.
haven't talked to her in a while.
I miss my girl.
yeah.
I got to
okay.
catch up on all this stuff I've done.
Ryan's just like, you're throwing all the curveballs at me today, aren't you?
Oh, the people I wasn't prepared for. We're gonna do the best we can.
It's just
Um,
dusting off the dice session. It's all good.
yeah, dusting off the
Catch
dice.
Celia up on all of my meditation.
Yeah.
She's got to know. I mean,
Um,
connecting with some
all right.
cats, you know.
Oh god.
Make an investigation check, but use your charisma instead of intelligence.
Dope.
Interesting.
And
She's like a spinner. What was that?
it's like a fidget spinner dice thing.
That's awesome.
So I have them for each of the dice. I can show it. There it is. So like, the numbers are all on the thing, and when you spin it, it usually like lands on a number. So yeah,
That's pretty cool.
they were a Christmas
So-
gift.
So you do find her little cart. This like the purple cart that most people for some reason seem unable to see, even though they walk right around it. With the little cats walking in and out sometimes, usually black, covered in scars. Some of them have wings or other weird parts. the door opens for you as you walk out as you walk towards it with a creak, and you
Yeah.
walk in.
Just like sort of yelling, but also not yelling. Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
little Nix. It's been too long.
I have so much to catch you up on. There's so much that's happened. And like I'm just gonna like tell her like a bunch of stuff that I
Oh,
learned
please,
and about the
please, would you like
meditation.
some tea?
Yes.
As we all know, always accept tea from Fey beings. Uh, anyway,
Nothing if not intelligent.
you do that.
Never
You explain
intelligent.
everything. Celia seems genuinely happy that you engaged with this part of yourself.
Hey. I just wanted to tell Celia because I tell Celia everything because that's a totally smart thing to be doing.
Yes. By the way, for everyone, Celia is an old night hag that has become their friend and seller of certain potions or magic items they might want, and just a general help. But anyway, yeah. I'm glad to see that you're engaging. Uh, this isn't exactly the same spiritualism that I would follow, but I'm very glad you're enjoying it. Please tell me if you have any progress with your spirit animal.
Of course. I'm so excited.
Yes, yes, I do believe so. I hope you enjoy yourself. Um, is there anything you were interested in obtaining?
Oh, not at the moment. I just wanted to come and catch you up. Also, we have a new friend because our other one died.
Oh, yes, I felt that in the strings. Um, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it was very sad, but our new friend has an oven in his chest. He made cupcakes.
That's very good.
Oh my gosh, you
Well,
simply have to meet him. I'll bring him around sometime.
mm, maybe. Well, feel free to do that sometime. If you're interested in me making something for you, always feel free to ask. Um, Otherwise, it's been a pleasure, Nix, as always.
I'll see you later. I want to go back home now.
Mm, that's good. And as you're leaving, like there's just been as you've been talking, there's been a box that rattles around sometimes. Um, and he goes, "That's good. Enjoy your day." And she kind of like leads you out in something of a rush. And you see as the latch unopens, and you can see like a person's hand come out, and she just kind of kicks it, and then
I saw nothing.
Oh my god.
yeah. So anyway, that's your friend Celia Soot.
Great.
I
Yeah.
see absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Oh god.
All right.
Should we get some rest for our journey northward? Have we ever been to that part of the Axel District before?
Um, Probably not. It's kind of an unremarkable part of the city.
Okay.
At least you haven't been on it on the surface. You don't know how far deep. You don't know how your sewer explorations have looked on the surface. So you don't really know where you've been in that way.
Cool.
All right. So you guys take a long rest. You make yourself some dinner. Um, you spend some time in your room. Is there anything you'd like to do, or you'd like to just skip to tomorrow?
How often should I be doing my meditation? Like, would it line up with today or?
Whenever Nix feels like. There's not like a schedule or anything. It's not
I'm gonna do
it's
it.
all right. It's not technically a religion or anything like that. And there's not specific things going on, so it's whatever you're feeling. You're gonna do it. Make a wisdom check for me.
I'm not wise. Woo. 6.
It seems like you're fine. You get a little bit distracted. There's the constant hammering and clicking of the clockwork city that's around you. So you're not as good as you were when you were out in the woods.
Different environment.
Yeah.
Gotta adjust. That makes sense.
In any case, all right. Jeez, so much. So you wake up. Oh yeah, and Crumbs, you go there. You connect yourself up to the charging port and the electricity.
Corner.
Yeah, and you just sit there waiting for yourself to recharge,
Like
get your
passive.
battery back up.
Yeah.
hmm Absorbing energy from the celestial energy out in the universe.
Yeah.
So
Towards
cute.
towards the end, I'm just like, well, they're gonna need a couple more hours. I might as well cook something. So he just like starts baking some stuff.
Yeah, you, you cook up some breakfast and some things like that. You guys all wake up to the smell of whatever Crumbs is cooking.
I said pancakes yesterday, so probably some of those.
Nix
Yeah.
cannot get down the stairs
Makes
fast enough
pancakes.
to eat food.
Nyx falls down the stairs.
I will walk down and see that Nyx is lying on the stairs and just hop over.
Yeah.
Just sitting on the
Okay,
floor, just flipping pancakes on his
When
stomach
I was
griddle.
When I was in Jotunheim, the stairs were a different size, so it's a
Oh.
very odd adjustment to normal stairs. I
Nice.
miscalculated my step.
Well, good morning, Crumbs. Seems like
Oh,
you've been
hey.
busy.
I hope you guys don't have any food allergies, by the way, because I kind of just started cooking before I asked.
We're all good.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, in that case, I made you a whole bunch of pancakes.
I am allergic to starvation.
Well, then we're not gonna have any problems around here then.
Plenty of food. Well, I suppose, what's our game plan? We're just kind of going in, because it's been closed off, so
I mean, has the sewer's been closed off?
that's true. I'm not sure. Um, hmm. I guess we could try the sewers if we wanted to, considering that's
We
they
are
said
the sewer squad.
You're not the
uh-huh.
sewer squad.
Yeah, sewer squad.
Are we the
Uh-huh.
sewer squad? Is that what we're called?
Yeah, exactly, Crumbs. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
I
Maybe
came up with it myself.
maybe I can message Omar really quick and see if he knows anything about it. And if it seems that all contact has been shut off, then we can jump in the sewers and try not to get impaled by gelatinous cubes again.
Sure, but we just saw Omar. Maybe we could, like, maybe actually figure this one out on our own for once.
I suppose.
What a wild concept for us.
What a concept. I just don't want to die.
Ah.
Well,
Look,
wait,
dying really isn't that bad, you know? It's just kind of,
There are no consequences for our actions.
especially if you have like 4 months to think of a new character.
How about we just go there, and if there are like walls or mysterious things that are obviously dangerous, we can jump to the underground.
I mean, yeah, we can do recon.
Sounds good. I mean, you can definitely do recon.
Do.
Alrighty.
Oh, wait, by the way, before we get going though, I forgot. I also cooked these other things. And he like opens his chest oven, and he has like a little tray of like, there's 3 cookies on it, and then just a grenade. And he pulls the tray out.
Don't eat that.
No, the grenade is. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. He just takes it, like, puts it in like a little pouch that he has. But he says these cookies will give you, they'll make you feel good. The out of game explanation is that they will give you 3 temporary hit points if you eat one.
Oh.
And
Oh,
so
I guess we should ask. Do you need some sort of like protection? Obviously, you escaped on your own, but how do you typically? I don't know.
You see, Crumbs, we have a very specific set of skills, and we are hardened warriors, and we want to know if you're up to snuff.
well, I could cook stuff, so that's pretty cool. I can help you guys out a lot if you need. Like, if you're are you asking me like if I can fight? Is that what you're trying to get at?
We get into some bad situations sometimes by accident and also both on purpose.
Well, look, okay. While my dad built me to cook stuff, and he always used to tell me, Crumbs, when people need help, you help them. So that's kind of what I try to do the most. I got this special like gel that my dad gave me a recipe for that can like make you feel better if you get hurt. But then like I got a lot of like different little like abilities and stuff. But if push comes to shove, he pulls out like this little metal rod and clicks a button, and just a like 8-foot long pole with giant like axe heads made of pure like radiant energy appears. I guess I could hit someone with this. And then he just retracts it
he
and puts
has
it
like
back.
a lightsaber axe.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's so cool.
So
That definitely seems like it could be useful.
yeah, I can fight stuff. I mean, you gotta remember, while I cooked a lot of stuff, my original programming was like a police guy, and like I was built to like fight in war and stuff. So I have kind of like my original programming, which is like fight bad guys, and then I have my original programming, which is like cook stuff and help people. And then there's like a little bit of that like police programming in there that I can kind of use sometimes, but like for the most part, it's the other two.
Well,
There's a lot going on in here, but we figure it out. We're doing good.
I think we have a lot going on anyway, so it fits in.
Also, just to add up on top of that, something that so the lore of the Warforged here is like every Warforged was not built today; they were built ages ago, back in some war that happened before Cardinfall was Cardinfall. And then after the war ended, they had all these sentient war machines, and they kind of just became mercenaries or whatever, or were shut down. And then at some point they were restarted and reprogrammed for the world again. So not only do you have that whole mix of personalities and emotions, but sometimes you might get hints of old programming from the original centuries old war and stuff. So you have a mix of stuff in there.
Well, that's kind of what I meant when I said that like his
Original.
programming is like battle mode, and then he's got like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna cook some pancakes.
So you've got like war, police, and chef.
I can't pronounce that name because it's too long for me to read right now, but someone in chat pretty much hit it on the head, which is that I'm a lovable cooking robot that's basically Bastion from Overwatch.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
It's spot on.
Dude, I like that. I can't believe we have chat engagement.
This is great. This is the first time we've had an audience like ever, just so y'all know. So we're not
Yeah.
Audience that wasn't like us or a friend that we know.
Engagement.
Yeah.
Always watching our.
In any case.
Should we get going to the subway?
Yeah.
Train?
Well, I believe there is still some deliberation on whether or not Crumbs is necessarily a part of the sewer squad. I think for right now, based on your skill set presented, you have an honorary membership until we can get your paperwork filled out. You can be official. Right,
Have we
Aether?
created an initiation yet?
Initiation. We're working on that too. It's a process. We're a very new organization.
We're not an LLC.
We're working on things.
Right, out of curiosity, have I heard of them before, just from like the investigations?
We did kind of
went on?
Make a history check. Make a history check.
Oh no! Like, hey, remember when those people blew up the like central square?
I got a 13.
You are aware of the heist that happened in the Citadel. You don't know of these people in particular.
Okay.
But you did hear the profile of some of the things that happened in the Citadel. You remember
wings, maybe.
Yeah, things like the giant metal wings, and you're just kind of looking at that and going,
They're just there all the time.
Yeah, you guys are cool, You seem like you've been getting up to some stuff. I heard those other people telling you to stop from investigation you were doing, so you must have been doing something around the city for a while.
Yes, but that is top secret information for now.
Let's keep talking about some guy that died. What's up with that?
He was a friend of ours.
Let's just say anything we might have been doing, we are no longer doing, and now we're looking into something else.
Look,
So
if you're worried that I'm gonna like snitch on you guys or something, you really don't need to worry about that. I don't like the Embernox guards. They're kind of mean.
This field gets very dangerous. We do a lot of dangerous things. And risks get taken, and sometimes things go bad. But
sometimes things work out.
it is important to remember that we are professionals.
Uh-huh.
And we know 100% exactly what we're doing at all times.
Well, then I might mess you guys up a little bit, because I usually don't know what's going on.
Don't worry, it's okay. That's why I, as the leader of this group, will guide you. So, Aether, what do we do next?
If everyone's all packed and ready, nothing else to attend to here, I suppose we make it off to the subway to go to the Axial District. I believe we all have passes. I always
Yeah,
forget.
everyone has passes. You
Okay.
don't need to pay for that anymore.
So let's go.
All right, so you head over, you leave the Gearhold district and head over through the Axle district. You go over to the one of the more northernmost areas of the Axle district, and you eventually come across this large quarantine zone. You see the place has been severely locked down by the Azarius Legion. You see these people in their golden armor. Um, Oh, cool. In their golden armor, they uh they some of them are riding griffins or other things like that. Um and they seem to have this whole place barricaded down. It looks like most of the barricades were probably borrowed from the Embernox Guard, but you see a surprising lack of Embernox Guard surrounding this just whole area of the city. This area is on the wall, by the way. But they have screens up and everything. Some of them are basically just like holographic stuff to just visually distort so you can't see into the area.
Do the people around seem to be interested in what's going on, or are they just kind of like walking past it, like just another day, it's fine?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, there's a lot of people that are interested. There are people that have to move around it, still going to work and all that kind of stuff. But there's also a significant amount of people that are trying to get in or trying to argue with the Zarius Legion. There's groups of people from the press uh, talking to people in the some of the soldiers for the Zarius Legion, and so there's a lot of activity around it.
So there are like reporters and stuff.
Hmm.
Are there like I was gonna say I was gonna like disguise myself to kind of look more mundane and like try to like eavesdrop on like maybe if like someone's reporting into a camera, being like hot scoop, and just be like, you know.
Right. Sounds good. Anybody else?
I'm probably going to kind of like lay on the outskirts and just try to like, can I walk around it, or is it like against the wall?
It's against the wall, but there's this whole semicircle that is blocked off, and it's a large region. They have a huge
Yeah.
area.
I'm going to stay like where I can see Nyx from afar, at least see whatever Nyx looks like, and just kind of like walk the periphery, like try to overhear what people are talking about, but also see if I can catch any glimpses of like weird things going on.
Right. So Nix, are you doing anything in particular? Sorry. I know you were disguising yourself and
Yeah, no, I don't have any particular description.
Okay.
I'll just look like a pretty normal person.
Okay.
Not
And
remarkable in any way.
you doing anything?
Oh, I'm just gonna eavesdrop on like maybe like a nearby reporter who's talking into a camera.
Sure. Make a stealth check. But you can use your charisma modifier instead of dexterity.
Let me get to my skills.
I like the music.
Hey, thanks.
I feel like I should turn it up, 'cause
Okay.
this one seems a little bit quieter than others.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
It's alright.
Ooh, 23.
All right, you're able to get in there, get in with the crowd, and you hear questions. This reporter is like a woman in a relatively nice clothes. She's got like a messy bun going on, and you see these glasses that she has on, and you can see like text moving in front of her eye on the screen, and you can and when you look very closely, you can see like um you can see it's very clearly a screen interacting with the things that she's looking at. And she's holding out a microphone, and she's speaking to the representative of the Azarius Legion there. You see he has like shorter brown cut hair, wearing like the traditional armor. Yeah, he has his helmet off and to his side, and she's asking things like, what are we supposed to tell people whose families are inside of there and they can't contact them? What's going on with the total media blockout? And what each time, every question she asks of that nature, um, the answer always pretty much sums down to the Azarius Legion is working as hard as they can. They're not at liberty to talk about anything that's happening, but but they're working very hard, and as soon as they're able to get people back to their families, they'll do the best that they can, and they'll open things up again soon, but they can't give an exact date.
Okay, so no timetable. Hold on.
I know you didn't ask,
writing.
but I'm probably doing literally nothing in this situation. Because he's not sneaky, and he is not persuasive. He's a very conspicuous person that is just gonna do his best to not be conspicuous.
Is there, like, two, like, of the Azarius Legion, like, or, like, I guess you said it was just, is Embernox there too, or is it just Azarius Legion?
No, it's just there's equipment borrowed from Embernox, but there's distinctly no Embernox guard.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh my gosh. Are there two Azarius Legion people that are, like, talking together? Kind of, like, hushed?
Sure, there's Azarius Legion all over the place. So like distributed throughout the whole like perimeter, and it is a large perimeter, so you can listen in on any conversations. Go ahead and do another charisma-based stealth check. Actually, no, you've already rolled that. Do perception for me.
I'm not very perceptive, if I remember correctly. Oh, I'm
We're
kind of
not.
kind of perceptive. I mean, not too shabby. 6 total.
6.
I rolled a 3.
You gathered this wasn't going to be easy anyway. The Azarius Legion are disciplined and tight-lipped, and none of them are being loud and boisterous or talking about anything. They seem pretty stoic.
I'm too out of practice. Too rusty on my eavesdropping skills.
Mm.
While I'm walking around, anyone that seems like they live here, like they're trying to figure out what's going on too, can I just like not pull someone aside, not like that would be weird, but just like kind of catch up to someone and be like, I was traveling when all this happened, but what happened right before they put all of these walls up?
Well, I just live around the block, and I don't really know, because it feels like the Azarius Legion got there before anything. Like things happen all the time, invasions from the wild people, or like something bursting out from underground. These things happen, but usually you see that, and then the response happens. I never saw anything. I wasn't out much that day, but there was no like big explosion or like,
Interesting.
I don't know.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll go find Nyx again.
I have an idea.
Oh?
You probably won't like it.
Oh.
What if I spread some misinformation? Because we have no idea what's happening. What if I just, like, said different things were happening and told different people, like, oh, I heard this was happening. And, like, misinformation gets spread.
To try and get people to say what's actually going on?
Yeah. Like, if people are already freaking out, but if we're, like, giant monsters are coming out of the sewers, or the air has turned toxic somehow, and everybody has a different story, maybe
I'm
it'll
just very still
force-
slowly leading into the conversation.
it's just like,
Here comes. I'm trying to think if that would push them to unveil this, because if they're being so secretive about it, it seems
it might cause more
Aether,
chaos.
what's your
and
passive perception?
mine.
Mhm.
16.
16.
Cool.
Mine's
Okay.
15.
my passive
that's very good.
perception
I was kind of
Nice.
is 13, and my
Nice.
passive intelligence is 10.
Mm.
Anywho's I think it would cause a lot of chaos, and maybe the chaos, they're going to want to keep people calm and controlled, so they're going to give them a reason if people are a little bit more antsy.
So the projectors that are like projecting holograms that are distorting the image so you can't see what's beyond the barriers or anything like that. They also have a white noise machine that and just like limits noise from inside to getting out. And you start to hear Aether, you kind of notice it first. There starts to be like almost like they're starting to lose power or something's disrupting it, as in it just like stops for like quarter seconds before turning back on. And then over time you start to hear like a thoof, thoof of just like large thumping noises, and they're subtle beyond the white noise machines because the machines are designed to stop this kind of thing. But there seems to be some kind of slamming behind on the wall, whatever the barriers are on the other side.
Could we find a way to cut power to the barriers?
There are like generators around. They're pretty well guarded though.
Maybe if we cause misinformation, it'll cause a scene, and we'll be able to get to those generators easier.
Yeah. What do you think, Crumbs?
Sounds like a pretty good plan to me. I don't really know what I could do with it though. I'm just gonna. I could be the lookout.
You are pretty tall.
It's true. Trying to think of how we
Just
could.
stand slightly taller and just his head just does like a full 360.
Like
What
an
would it-
owl.
What would it take to cut power to them? Is it just like blow it up, or is it like cut
You could
specific wire?
You could, if you knew, if you were big brained like you are, you might figure out a specific wire. You might figure out, you could cut a specific wire. You could cut, one of the like power lines connecting it to the barriers. You could do something like that. Although, feel free to make a, insight or perception check. Anyone who wants to.
I will attempt. Which dice has been doing me well today? Let's do the pike dice. Yes. That is 24.
24. Anyone else?
It's like the only thing I'm good at.
I'll do
so
a
I might as well.
perception. Why not?
I got a 20 on an insight.
Insight. And what did Aether do? Insight or perception?
They're both the same, I suppose.
Okay, then.
Yeah, they're both the same number. 24.
Okay.
I got
I'm
a
just gonna go with
natural
insight.
1 plus 3.
Nyx doesn't notice anything. She gets
Nyx is
distracted
like,
looking at some like just
shiny.
some like neon sign advertising something.
Sounds about right.
Guys,
And
2 for 1.
you guys are looking at the Azari's Legion are looking a little antsy. Like you see one of them does one of the like and like speaks into their ear for a little bit, and you just yeah, that's all.
I wonder how many of them actually know what's going on.
So, am I causing a distraction?
I can't think of anything else. Maybe there could be a distraction, then Crumbs here and I could figure out how to cut power and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, sure.
I just
Out of
I don't.
curiosity, just because I feel like it's the only thing he can really contribute to this, is there any way that he could kind of tell, like, what's going on with the Legion? I mean, it's not really like, they're not are they the Embernox? No, they're not. They're just the Azari's
No,
Legion.
they're
So
not.
it's like, he probably doesn't know, but like, does he have a little bit of insight into like, just generally like how what they might be trying to hide, just based on how they're acting?
So usually what's happening in these kinds of scenarios, to your understanding, this happens a lot. The Embernox guard sets up an area, and if it's some sort of normal circumstance, or like criminals or something like that, the Embernox guard goes through, isolates the area, takes care of the situation. When it's some sort of external or magical threat, that's all Azarius. And the Azarius takes over the situation after the Embernox guard like set it up, and that seems to be what happened here. You expect what's happening is whatever situation is inside, they've created this barrier to keep people out and so that they can control the flow of information. And then they're sending Azarius Legion in there to deal with whatever situation is going on.
Guess I would explain that to them in the simplest way. Just like, well, the fact that the Azarius are here means it's probably something real crazy, like magic and stuff, and they're probably just trying to isolate the thing so they could take care of it.
That's what I assumed at first too, but I was asking people if they saw what happened before, because usually some kind of thing happens that is visual, and then people come in to try and fix it, but they didn't see anything happen. It's like they showed up, and now everything's cut off. So,
Maybe it's something they got tipped off to.
Maybe, or I'm thinking maybe there's something underground that they knew about. I'm not sure.
So, never mind, go ahead. Sorry.
So I can start saying some lies. I can come up with some pretty cool stuff.
I suppose
I am pretty creative, if I do say so myself.
I think that should still work. I'm with trying to uncover what's going on, but I am worried about the barrier, because if there is something there, then we would like give it free reign over the rest of the district, and that's not very good. We can just start with a little chaos, perhaps.
You watch as there's an opening to the barrier, and some Azarius Legion come out from like a street behind you, and a small group of about 15 soldiers go in. Some of them on mounts. These are clearly arcanely designed mounts, and they walk up to the barrier, and there's an opening. And there's still like a shield to obscure what happens, but they're able to walk through it and walk into past the barrier.
Or we could sneak in.
If the option is sneaking or causing chaos, I vote chaos.
See, I'm kind of stuck in the middle here because I'm not very sneaky, but then in the same boat, if I get spotted, I can't just go change my face. So.
I'm checking my spells. What spells do I have? See, the thing is that I have disguise self, but if anyone bumps into me, they're gonna be like, "Where are those wings?"
Can I ask how close you are to the barrier?
Right next to it.
Well, I could hear things, so I assumed relatively close, but like out of earshot of guards. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been having this conversation.
Maybe like
and how close are you to that group with the reporter?
Probably away now. Just because I was there and I wanted to get away, but I will be going back over to that reporter soon.
Yeah, I'm just following Nick.
Okay.
Alright, so if we're going with the chaos plan, I'm gonna slink away. You have 5 seconds to tell me to not.
Not 5 seconds, but alright.
5 mixed
She gets away.
seconds.
Alright, so Crumbs, I guess we can just wait for more of an uproar and then see if we can find a way in. And if that doesn't seem like it's working, we go for the generators, perhaps?
Okay, but I'll warn you, I'm not very sneaky.
We'll figure it out, neither am I. I don't know why we're doing this. It's fine.
Okay. Oh, well, as long as we're both bad, then I guess it's alright then.
Because I, as the leader of this group, have made a plan that works perfectly for me, but not for anybody else.
This reminds me of this is giving me major Beth energy right
Very much.
now.
Yeah.
And she was like, since Caleb is our leader, must do this. It was
Well,
like,
I don't know if
"Okay."
it was worth mentioning before, by the way, but I do have the ability to force people to tell the truth.
Are you just paladin?
No, not quite. He's a little.
Uh,
He's got some funky classes in there. I mean,
Well,
I'm not super secretive about it, but just know a lot of his abilities are cleric abilities.
Okay, I was feeling either cleric or paladin, but then
He's-
you were like warrior,
He's,
and I was like,
he's certainly got some cleric in there.
okay.
So you go up to the reporter. What do you do?
Actually, I don't want to go to the reporter first. I want to look for someone who looks like they're angry at the Azarius Legion for having a barrier up and keeping them from their families.
That would be about in the same area as the reporter. It seems like there's one woman who looks especially older woman who looks especially upset. From what you do, you go up to her?
Sure, I've made the decision. I'll do it.
You go up and you talk to this woman, and she talk and she goes, "Oh, hi, are you looking for your family too?"
I am. Do you have any idea what's going on? I mean, I've heard some things, but
No, they're not letting us talk to anybody, and they shut off all communication, even magic communication. I don't I don't like this at all.
well, you know what I heard? I heard that there were giant lizard monsters coming out of the sewers and eating people.
Oh my God.
I know.
And at about this time you hear and then as the power in one of the obscuring barriers goes down, and behind that you see there's like an electrified fence, and like other physical barriers, and one of them just explodes in your direction and shatters apart, and you can see one of the Pegasuses that one of the Azarius Legion that just went through goes flying through, like gored in half, and spills out like right next to you, and then and you see as the mangled like body that came on top of it just goes like flying almost 50 feet back, and you see this barrier opens up right next to the reporter and all these Azarius Legion, and you look in. First of all, let's roll initiative.
What?
I was about to
I
say.
didn't even get the chance to sow chaos
Oh,
yet.
no.
I wanted to spread misinformation.
I'm sorry. I had rolls going on in the background, and I was like,
So
when I roll a natural
disrespectful.
20, it's gonna happen.
I was about to say.
No.
That's so
I
fun.
think in that moment, Crumbs is like, all right, no more stealth, I guess.
That is rude. I
He gets a little itch.
didn't even get to have fun yet. I was going to talk about slime monsters, and I was going to talk about acidic fogs.
You know what?
7.
Now that he's been introduced, I'm gonna work on putting him in the Cardinfall campaign.
Oh, very good.
So they can see.
Lizzie, would you mind keeping track of initiative for me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Give me a second. Wait.
Well, actually,
Wait.
I guess I-
Should we get our crit roll battle music up?
Oh, you're so good. Yes, thank you. So something keep in mind today. I am not prepared like I usually am, and we're not gonna do any battle maps like usual. So
Use our brains. Honestly, like I
Um,
thought this session was gonna be like 2 hours, so like this is already like great.
dude, I'm ready to go as long as
Okay.
anybody wants.
Forever. No,
Aether, what'd you get?
7. Oh
Huh.
god, it's been so long since we fought. Do I know how to do this anymore?
I have no idea. I'm gonna die.
Don't do that. What if we just all play Warforged when we die?
We just become a whole
So
squad
I'm
of, like, sad work.
So God, I don't know what to tell you these are. The big one, I'm just
Big
gonna
one?
say the statue is 17.
Okay.
And then we can go swarm 1 is 4,
Okay.
and swarm 2 is I believe it was 15.
Hey, Crumbs.
Hey, that's me.
Yes. What did you get?
I got an 18.
Oh my gosh, same.
Oh my god! If we're doing it based on dexterity, then you're probably going first.
Probably me. Hold on, let me rewrite this, and then I'm gonna text it to you guys so that you have it.
This
Awesome.
Way louder.
Because that's how we do things professionally.
We're all about professionalism.
Right.
That's yes.
Try our best.
Uh,
At least we'll have the theme song soon.
Yeah, so this one's louder. This is actually the combat music when the Azarius Legion is here.
oh yeah.
Nice.
Azarius themed.
I like it.
And oh yeah, and the Azarius Legion will move on initiative 12.
Okay. Alright, I know where that is.
So what happens is you see this this barrier crashes down, and you see this large marble-esque statue stand up. It appears to be made of genuine marble. Like you can see the proper beautiful color in the it looks like it was physically sculpted. This is not the kind of art you normally see in Cardinfall, so you're kind of surprised. And it has very Statue of David-esque kind of look. But it's physically walking forward, and you can see there's on one of its fists is just is bits of gore from the Pegasus that had just slapped out of the air through the barrier. And you can see around it at its feet is and that statue is probably about 15 feet tall. And then you can see at its feet there are swarms of people that look like normal people, but also crafted out of marble and stone. And they're moving and walking towards the barrier, and almost like a horde of zombies, these two groups are just trying to push up through the gate, through the broken down barrier, and kind of breaking down other parts to get through.
Well, that is definitely not a lizard monster.
Never know. Robot lizards inside.
All right. Who's first?
Don't forget you got the cookies. We'll give you a whole 3 hit points.
I'll hold on to the cookie for now.
Excuse me.
I guess I'm first. Okay, let me get open. I don't remember how to play this game.
You're near the front. You're probably only about 20 feet from the main statue.
By the way, it's worth mentioning because those cookies give you temp HP, they cannot be used to revive you.
They're only ahead of time.
Okay, so I guess what I'll do is I'll just be like, oh, I'll look to the lady and I'll be like, well, that doesn't look like a lizard monster. And then I'm just gonna I'm gonna bonus action rage.
Great.
So I go from a normal person to Raging Nyx, which is red. I go red, I get all spiky and bony, like a creepy fey creature. Arr, very
Your
fun.
elbows get sharp and stuff.
Oh.
And I shink out my bone swords.
Rocka blades.
Which, they're short swords, right?
Yeah.
Short swords, okay. Cool, I just want to make sure I have the right information. And then I'm gonna run at the guy.
The big one?
Yeah, I'll go for the big statue guy. I don't think my swords are gonna do much against marble, but I will try.
All right. You can make your attacks against it.
Attack 1. That is a 20-something to hit.
That hits?
Yeah. Cool. Do you want me to do both my attacks first and then do total damage?
That would be great.
Cool. Second attack. That is on a 9, so that is a 15 to hit. I doubt that hits.
15 to hit. No, that does not hit. The first one, you like stab in and try to wedge out a piece of rock, and you do, but then the second hit just like glances off, and obviously since it's made out of stone, it is resistant to slashing damage.
Hey. Sorry, I'm rereading stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm so out of practice. Rusty.
That's what this is for.
So I do still that. Okay. Ooh, that is low. 5 plus 2, 7 damage.
7 damage. All right. And you halved it.
No, that is not halved. Sorry.
Okay.
So-
Are you sure it's only 7 damage?
I rolled a 2 plus a 3 plus a 2.
Yep.
Half of that would be what? 4 or 3?
3.
I don't remember. 4?
We round down.
What? I thought we rounded up.
Round down.
That doesn't make sense.
And then I'm just gonna like.
If they do 1 damage, do they do 0 damage?
You know what? You're right.
No, because
Give it
then
to
you're
you.
gonna round. Because then damage rounds up for us. So
Yeah.
just round.
Well, yeah, you gotta
round
pick one or the other. I mean,
Just round
Round
down.
down.
And
round
then
out.
this.
I'd
All right.
rather not die. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So who's up next? Crumbs. What are you doing?
yes.
all right.
You're about 60 feet from the action.
Go,
I'm gonna
round
say
down.
it now. This is the first time I have fought with this character, so I apologize in advance. With how slow
my
I'm gonna
thumb.
be, but I'm gonna be slow. Just. But I think the first thing that I want to do is just gonna look at Aether and just think for a moment like, yeah, it's probably a good idea. And I just cast Sanctuary on Aether. And I think honestly I'm just gonna stay back because 60 feet is kind of far.
Mhm.
I don't want to spend my whole turn running there. I'm just gonna stick near Aether.
All right.
Thanks
Sounds
for
good.
If something tries to attack you, they must make a Wisdom saving throw. And if they fail, they have to choose a new target or lose the attacker spell. Oh, well, actually, in that case, I don't need to be near you. I thought it was that they would have to attack me, but no. They're just... Okay, well, then in that case, I don't need to be near Aether, so I'm just going to leave them. So yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll move, I guess, 30 feet towards the action.
All right. You're kind of running through people who are now scattering backwards through you, past you. All right. Next is going to be the stone giant. So the stone giant is going to.
I can talk to it.
Well, it's not a giant. It's a marble statue. I just called it a giant. Sorry. Because it is giant.
Using me, that would have changed my course of action.
Wait, let's use
Um,
Finger instead.
Wait, I just stabbed you in the leg. Let's talk.
It is going to try to kick you.
Kick me.
Yeah, and that's 19 to hit.
Yeah.
That is going to be
Oh. I didn't read Sanctuary all the way, to be honest with you. It says that if Karena makes an attack, casts a spell that affects an enemy or deals damage, the spell ends. It's not gonna make Sanctuary not something that's great to start a fight with.
Well, I'm not starting out with an attack anyway, so.
We're figuring it out.
that is 18 plus 6, so that is going to be 24 points of damage.
Halved. 212.
Great.
And then it is going to you see
Unless
there's
this
a
chick
small
somehow goes
a group
psychic.
of three paladins of the Azarius Legion flying towards it in Pegasus, seeing this occur, and the statue reaches its hand into the ground and pulls out a giant rock and just hurls it in their direction. Jeez, Pete's.
This music seems so calm for a fight. I want
Uh,
the.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can switch it out later. But you see as the rock just goes hurling forwards, and yeah, the Pegasus that the Azarius Legion is riding on just gets hit and effectively destroyed in that moment. But you do notice that instead of dying, it kind of just eviscerates into gold light, and the Legion on top of it it gets like explodes with the impact of the rock, but lives. And as he's falling down, you see him do something with his hand and then begin to drift down to the ground slower. Seemingly survived, but injured. All right, who's up next? That is going to be the group of is going to be the swarm, and the swarm is actually going to move past you, Nyx, and head towards the crowd of people. That like with the reporter and the woman you were talking to, and it is going to make its attack against them.
No.
Oh, whoa, guys. I just realized I have 2 attacks per action now.
Oh. Wait, we're still level 8, right?
Yes.
Okay,
I
thank God.
just forgot that I had this. 2 attacks per action, and if I'm bloodied, I get an extra attack.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I
That's
forgot.
If I'm
That's
bloodied,
fine.
I have to attack random people.
Is that true?
A little bit.
Is that a war force?
We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. We'll get there.
Wait, I don't remember this. That's actually kind of what Nyx has.
We'll figure it out. I have a feeling me and Nyx are gonna well, I don't want to spoil anything. We'll get there.
So they take 13 slashing damage as just like this horde of these statues that look the big one looks like it was crafted. It is a beautiful statue of a beautiful person. The smaller statues look like just people wearing everyday clothes, of all different races. And they charge in and begin to and they grab onto and kind of, you see them grab one person and tear them limb from limb, and then another one just grabs onto them, and where they grabbed onto the shoulder of the person, they begin to turn to stone.
Oh no.
No.
Oh,
Let's see.
Oh no. We got to help them poor people.
It seems like for the most part, they aren't turning to stone. There's just one guy who's beginning to shift, but overall, they succeeded. All right, and next is the Azarius Legion. So you see these group of the different soldiers and the Pegasus go swooping in, and they are going to sweep in. See some of them jump into Nyx's aid. There is a fireball that goes off right next to Nyx as they set one off on the swarm that is not next to a bunch of people. As one of the Azarius Legion points their sword forward, and then there's just this small mote of fire that goes forward, and you can feel the heat on your face. It feels like it's almost burning off some of the hair on your skin.
I
And
can just grow it back.
wow, okay. Let's see.
What if every time I lost my eyebrows, I grew them back bushier? That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'll look like the dad from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
And then they're going to they charge forward, and they 2 Embernox guard get to either side of Nyx, and they take out their swords. One has a shield and one has a great sword, and they're almost trying to get in front of you, Nyx. In a you shouldn't be here, but kind of get behind us kind of way.
I was the first one to hit him, so.
And they charge in and attack.
Wait, so this is the Legion? Or...
Yes, the Legion.
Okay.
Oh, wait, not Embernox?
No, sorry, this is Legion. Yeah, Embernox is not present.
Oh no. Oh, this is Legion. Okay.
My bad.
You guys froze for a second and I got concerned.
Oh no. Okay, so that happens. Aether, you're up.
Yes. I am going to spend my action turning on my thing because I didn't expect to be fighting anything, so I turn on Wonder Spark. And then for my bonus action, I am going to I turn it on to the Force Ballista, the cloud one. And I'm going to aim. Well, the cannon thing aims itself towards one of the hordes or one of the swarms because I want to push them away from people. So I'm going to make
The one that got fireballed, or the ones that's attacking people?
the ones that are attacking people. As long as it's within 120 feet.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Ranged spell attack. 25.
That certainly hits.
And then 2d8 force damage. That's 6 damage, 6 force damage, and the swarm is pushed 5 feet.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone is, they are pushed 5 feet back. How much damage was that again? Sorry.
6.
All right. You see as the ballista just like hits it. It does a couple shots of just like this pressurized air, fueled by magic, and it hits one of the hits some of the statues just in the chest, and then there's like a, and they just explode outward into the pieces of stone. Because there's a lot of statues.
Yeah.
But then they so yeah, that's how that goes. Who's up next? That is going to be the other swarm, right?
I believe so, yes.
So that swarm is going to come out and it is going to attack. It is going to do an attack against one of the Azarius Legion next to you. Crit, max damage.
Oh no.
But yeah, dude, that's bad. All right. Okay. My God, dude. He's good. He's genuinely good, but these rolls are terrible. You see as he's the statue goes and just like puts his hand and is trying to crush the Embernock's guard, and the guard with the greatsword dodges out of the way, but dodges into the path of just the horde of the statues, and they kind of just grab onto him and pull him in, and you see as his skin begins to harden and almost crack as he begins to turn into stone. Okay, and now we're at the top of the round.
Okay, wait, quick question.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I'm getting this right. This is the statue the one turning people to stone?
No, the big statue is not turning people into stone. At least not to your experience.
Okay, and the swarms
are.
Okay.
What it seems to be is that actually, never mind. Don't worry about it. But I don't want to say something that's stupid. So yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Am I technically in melee range of the one swarm that attacked the?
Yes,
the
absolutely. You are. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then I'm gonna bonus action disengage from that one, and still go after big guy.
You can. You don't need to disengage the swarm to fight the big guy. They're both adjacent to each other.
I kind of want to get on the other side of the big guy though, so I'm not right by the swarm. Because as a melee fighter, it would be kind of bad to attack the thing that is turning people to stone through touch.
Sure. That sounds good. So you get to the other side, and you're going to just attack it. Yeah.
Like
so you just run around the other guy to your flank, and then just start stabbing. All right, go ahead. That is your bonus actions. That takes one of your attacks.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
I have 2 attacks. Now, I used to have, because I raged last time, through my bonus action. If I hadn't used my bonus action, I would have had 3 attacks.
Right, yeah. As long as you read that. Yeah, you still have 2.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm a professional. I rolled an 8 plus 6. What is that?
14?
Yeah.
No, that does not hit.
Cool.
Once again, it's just metal. Or stone.
I don't think that hits either. That's a 16.
just not enough. You're just going into it, and it almost feels like you're just doling out your arm blades.
Bro.
Um,
Okay.
all right. It's
I don't think there's anything else I can do. I guess, yeah, because I used my bonus action and I used my 2 actions. So
all right.
can I use a sort of not like a free action, just like a yell? I'm gonna attempt just because now I know stone giant and just yell stop at the statue, even though I know it's not a stone giant.
Okay. You yell it. It seems to have no reaction.
Okay, cool. That is it for me.
All right. That is the stone. It is the statue's turn now.
No, Crumbs.
Crumbs.
Crumbs is right after me.
Oh, and on the free action, a bunch of the civilians are going to try to run away. There's opportunity attack, which fails, so that most of them seem to get away.
Good.
There are a few casualties, but they're relatively minimal.
I still don't fully have this battle in my brain map yet. I assume I'm like halfway to where Nyx and like the Embernox are all fighting the big guy. And the swarm?
There is a big guy in a swarm that's 30 feet away from you in the breach.
Indeed.
And that's where Nyx and the Azarius Legion are.
But then behind me, running out of the breach, is another swarm attacking people.
Not behind you. They're still in front of you about 20 feet, but it's behind where Nyx and all of them are, because it ran past them to get to some civilians
so
that were nearby.
It's like in between though.
Yeah.
So I ran towards it.
It's in between to your left.
Okay. Are there still a lot of civilians among the swarm?
There's some, but they seem beyond help. Well, technically speaking, if you could reverse the stone change ability, you might be able to save them.
Isn't that like a greater restoration though?
Something like that.
Or even
like
bigger than that.
Or like lesser restoration or something, but I don't have access to that spell.
They aren't petrified yet. They're turning.
Sure. All of these bad guys that we're fighting seem to be like inorganic though, right?
That is correct.
See, because I want to cast a shatter, but I don't want to kill everyone among the bad guys here.
You could also angle your shatter, because they occupy a large space.
Mm-hmm.
You could attack any of them and also not hit a person.
So I could cast shatter on this swarm and not hit people.
I think the only one that you couldn't hit without hurting someone is the swarm next to Nyx, because that has a dude in the center.
Ah. Well, then I guess I'll cast that shatter then.
On the big statue or with some of the guys?
The swarm attacking the people.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. That is
the second
saving throw on my part.
Civilians involved. Whoo! Talk about tunnel vision for this guy. No,
they actually do very well. It's at disadvantage though.
If it's made of inorganic material.
They have a very good constitution. That is a 15.
That's a failure.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
How much damage did they take?
3d8s. I guess I'll just do it in D&D Beyond. Faster than me rolling and counting 3d8s. Nice! An above average roll. That's 18.
18, very nice.
18 shatter damage. And honestly, the more I try to think of a food-based way to cast shatter, the more I think it's probably just a grenade. I can't think of a food. The only thought that I had was he would fire like a glass canister that had like baking soda in one half and vinegar in the other, and then when it hits, it just like erupts. But
I think a grenade is fine.
I think a grenade's fine. You know, he can't be all flashy. Sometimes it's just bam.
Yeah, you open up your arm and there's like a thunk, and then this like grenade pops out and then lands by the it lands by the whole horde, and then there's a ting ting ting, and then there's just an explosion. You see stone scattering across the just across the pavement.
Then
all right, who's up next?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to draw my energetic, my radiant axe, and then like just these two little like prongs pop out of my wrist and start arcing like lightning up the already radiant axe.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna move 30 feet towards the horde. No, actually, no, I'll keep the 30 feet distance for
Okay.
now.
Mhm.
We'll keep the 30 feet or 20 feet.
Okay. The swarm that you just attacked, or no, the big guy's up next, then the swarm. The big guy is going to do one attack against Nyx and one attack against the Azarius Legion with the shield. Wow, okay. Nyx, you might be in the clear. You get
Also-
a, yeah,
No, I was just go ahead. I'll say something afterwards.
15 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, it slams its fist down, and you just dodge out of the way, and then it just moves its fist again, and then picks up this Azarius Legion, Azarius Legion person. Doesn't technically hurt them right now, but it just picks them up and it begins to crush them, and you see some like blood between its knuckles.
Okay.
Or I suppose that's what it will do. It's not technically doing that right now, but that's the end of its turn. Next, there is going to be the swarm that just attacked. That was just attacked by Crumb. So they are going to run over to Crumb and
Yeah.
with their movement and then try to attack him.
Yikes. I should have used my other bonus action.
That is going to be. It's actually not enough. That's a 13 to hit.
Indeed, that is not enough. Oh, I forgot. I pull out my... I'm just going to say it's a regular shield for now, Ryan. We can work it out later. But I pull out not only my big axe, but I also pull out a big oversized frying pan that I use as a shield. They come to hit me and I'm just like, no, get away!
Yeah. So that's what's going. It's a skillet pan.
Yeah, it's a big skillet. It's a cast iron skillet.
Yeah. So that's what you do there. You're just fending off their attacks. There's a whole bunch of them, and you're just kind of backing them off. All right, and next is the Azarius Legion. The Azarius Legion person, instead of the Azarius Legion, kind of understands that it's in a dangerous position right now, and he's probably not getting out of it, being in the statue's hand. So you see as he decides to make a strike, it does hit, and he says some sort of prayer under his breath that you can't hear from this distance, and as he whispers across his blade, in a very similar manner as Galdervan used to do. You see as it begins to glow along the blade, and he kind of looks at you, Nyx, real quick, and gives you a nod, and then stabs into the hand, and this will deal. As he pumps all of the smite he can into it, because he doesn't expect to survive to the next turn.
It's pretty depressing.
Thank you, Krenna.
He stabs his blade into the hand, and there's a radiant explosion where the sword hits, and then just energy courses through the stone, and it begins to break apart at the wrist. All right, and some others Azarius Legion move in on Pegasus, and who's up next? Aether.
Here we go. Okay, so how far am I from the big one?
Did you move forward on your last turn?
No.
Then you're 60 feet.
Perfect. First, I am going to use my bonus action to fire off condensed cloud steam magic at whatever. Is there one like swarm that seems closer to people, or one that's attacking more people than the other one?
There's one that is technically closer to people.
Okay, then I'll fire at that one.
Okay, that's the one that's attacking Crumbs right now.
Yeah, that's only an 11.
That does not hit.
Okay, so never mind. And since I'm within 60 feet of the big one, and it is marble or stone or whatever, I'm going to pull out a very small, like, metal, like, ball-looking thing, and I kind of, like, twist it and just, like, throw it, and it just kind of, like, starts propelling itself and snatches onto the marble, and, like, it gets in like a little spider, and it explodes, and I cast Shatter.
It like expands, yeah.
Yeah.
That is going to be. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw
Yes.
at disadvantage.
Yes.
Natural 1, that's a 9.
Amazing. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Where are my dice? 3d8. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That is 11. Thunder damage, I think. Thunder? Yeah, 11 thunder damage. And
All right.
as long as things aren't charging me right now, I'm just gonna stay where I am.
All right, understandable. You break that apart. It's looking hurt, but not as hurt as it needs to be. All right. Who is? So now it's going to be the other swarm. The other swarm is going to charge past, and it's going to head towards Aether. It uses its full action and movement to get to Aether. You see, as this like swarm of just statues are just moving way quicker than they feel like they should be able to, almost like it's a horde of zombies. And they get right up to you. And next is going to be Nyx.
Okay. Sorry.
Just because I was reading my character sheet very intensely and didn't really pay attention to Corinna's turn, did she like attack or cast a spell already?
She did both of those.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no more sanctuary.
It is what it is.
It's okay.
It's definitely, I think, a later in the fight kind of thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm
Not-
dying.
Yeah. It's not something...
Protect somebody that's getting away or like something like that.
Yeah. It's not a fight starter. But that's why we learn.
Oh, good.
Okay, me.
And Matt, you're on deck.
Okay,
I gotta figure it out.
so I'm still by statue guy.
Yep.
I didn't get hit or damaged or anything, so I probably
No, you
lost my
didn't.
rage.
No, because you did attacks.
I thought
You-
I had to do damage.
You just need to make attacks.
Oh yeah, if you haven't taken attack to hostile creature. Okay. Then I'll just go ahead and attack the statue guy again.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do best. And I guess I get 3 attacks this time?
Mhm.
Oh, that's a 12. Nope.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god. It doesn't want to land on a number. Oh my god. Okay. 18.
18. That does hit.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more time to actually get a number.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. These are really cool, I promise.
Just decide that whatever is on the right of your arrow is what you do.
Okay, well that was a natural 20.
Okay.
So that's 26. So I'll do... So I guess that damage will be normal damage.
No,
'Cause
because
he's
you
usually-
double the dice versus you would double the dice, but it would have all damage.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'll do the first damage. I'll do the damage
Yep.
first. For the first attack. No. Okay. Ooh. 7.
Halved.
2, 3. And then let me do... Much better. Okay. 12 plus 3 is 15, plus 2 is 17. Halved is 8.
Yeah.
And then, oh wait.
All right.
Yeah, and I missed my first one, so yeah.
All right, and now it is Crumbs.
Indeed.
That's a good round, by the way. What are you doing?
Crumbs. To describe it, because it's the first time it's ever happened. Crumbs, seeing these enemies approaching him, just like kind of stands up straight. His like the plates on his arms like pop out and separate, and then more plates underneath pop out to fill the empty space as Crumbs just becomes like probably a foot taller and like just increases in size in every dimension by not enough to be like large, but gets bigger visibly, and those like little prongs that I said like electrified his axe just appear all over his body, and lightning just starts to arc like all around him. And then I'm just gonna use my big axe and hit some things.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but he has a little bit of like a he kind of loses it a little. He gets like a battle mode.
Mhm.
Battle axe. That's 25 to hit.
That hits.
Just gonna wail into this this horde. So we got this and we got that. So that's is there a difference between radiant and lightning damage? Because otherwise I'll just tell you the total.
No, not for this.
Okay, well in that case that's 11 collective magical damage.
All right.
And then he gets a second attack. That's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
I just threw my dice into a couple of other dice. That's 8, 14 more collective magical damage. Pretty sure that's his whole turn. So that's it. Yeah. Just gets big,
All right.
starts hitting.
You start just hacking through the statues are just as soon as your radiant and electrical energy pierces the surface, you see as it just like courses through the body of the stone and then just bursts into small explosions of stone with bright lights in their place. All right, and next is going to be the big stone giant. It is going to, you see as it holds the guard that it was holding, and it kind of crushes it in its hand. You see blood splatter between the knuckles, and the guards start to scream, and it throws him at Nyx.
Hello.
Whack.
That's a 9. No, that's a 20 to hit.
It's close, but yeah. Just kidding. It's like much more than my AC.
You take 31 points of bludgeoning damage. And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Ooh.
Hold on. I'm also doing social media for us. So wait. 31.
Mhm.
What just did that?
The statue picked up one of the Zarius Legion and threw it at her.
That's nasty.
Okay, so I took
Yeah, and the
15
Zarius
damage.
Legion is very dead at this point.
I'd imagine.
Alright, and a strength saving throw, you said.
Yes.
Not a great thing to get hit with, I would say.
You have advantage because you're raging.
Just a full dead
Okay.
guy.
Not that much better. 17 total.
You actually just succeed. You get hit, and the body almost breaks in half around you as you stay firm. And you're kind of just coated in gore, and just like this like stone powder. And you look back up at the monster, and clearly it was anticipating you falling back, but it immediately follows this up with a giant stone fist that flies towards you into the ground. And that attack is going to be definitely a hit. Yeah, it's like a 28. It was almost a critical. That is 27 points of bludgeoning damage, halved. As you just you put your hands up to block the person slamming into you, and as soon as you look back, all you see is the force of this fist that hits you square, and it forces you so hard into the concrete and asphalt that it breaks the asphalt around you, and you're basically just at the center of a crater now.
I feel
Oh,
like
boy.
I've seen something like this before.
Excuse
I can't
me.
put my finger on it though. Someone just keep putting a crater in asphalt from getting hit so hard.
I am officially
yeah.
bloodied.
No, I actually don't know what you're talking about.
Talking about when Quipper died.
Oh yeah.
He just got smashed.
Yeah. You can feel fractures in your arms from where you tried to block the hit, and things are looking a little rough for you. And you're just kind of raging through the pain of your limbs being broken. All right, who's up next? That is going to be, I believe, one of the statues, right? Yeah. So one of the swarm attacking. I keep wanting to say Quipper. Crumbs is going to attack you. That definitely hits.
Big guy. Oh yeah, what was it?
It is a 24.
Okay, yeah, that hits me, I guess.
I'm actually
While I'm
rolling.
big, I get a +1 to my AC. Don't forget
It doesn't have advantage for you for any reason, does it?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Wow, that sucks. All right. So much for the damage. It's a 4 slashing damage, but I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is that the full 4, or is that halved to 4?
It is full 4.
Well, then I take half.
Why do you take half?
Because, Ryan, when I get big, let me read the word for word to you. Just so that I make sure we're on the same page. There we go. I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks not made with silver weapons.
Yes. Yeah, I see.
Yes, sir. I feel like Corinna just put something together in her head there.
Wait.
You just made it look like you cocked your head to the side, like you figured something out, or like you were really unsure why that would be the case.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. But make your Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Okay, I can do that. Oh wow! Look at that. That's a nat 1.
Oh, okay.
But
Wait,
along
what?
with that though, Ryan, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I just realized that because we're all in the same campaign and Matt is using the dice on D&D Beyond, I can see what his rolls are.
And see what.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, actually, I would encourage you guys to do that if you can, just because it's faster. But I totally understand wanting to use physical dice.
Beyond.
I don't
Wow.
have enough screens.
Then Ryan, they take 8 thunder damage as they hit me.
All right.
Yeah, a little reaction for you there.
You see, as they're just throwing their bodies onto you, and as some of them are touching you, electricity arcs through them, and once again they just burst from the energy.
Now I turn to stone. Right?
But yes, you begin to turn into stone.
This doesn't count as a poison or a disease, right?
No,
think
it's neither of
just
those.
Being petrified. That's cool though. It
Um,
happens sometimes.
You are now considered restrained.
Nice. It is what it is, you know. Sometimes you win a little and then you lose a lot. It just happens.
All right. So that happens. All right. Next. All right. That's certainly something. Next, we are going Azarius Legion. Aether, you're on deck. The Azarius Legion, some of the ones on Pegasus, they seem to be mages by effect. They are going to they let off one of them points their hand forward, and they say another prayer that you can't hear, and then just arcs of fire shoot from their hand that just slam into the marble statue. Scorching ray, by the way.
Mhm.
Okay, it's not half bad. Okay.
Only D&D
And some of the others, Arius Legion, are making sure that the people around are getting escorted away safely. All right. Next is Aether.
So I know at one point
Uh.
there was like a swarm that was coming towards me. I didn't get hit or anything, right? I don't think I ever got
No, you know what? I totally forgot about that. They got distracted. They're doing they'll attack at the end of the next turn.
Okay. Cool.
They
I
just
just had
eat some
something
people
pulled
or
up.
something. Who knows?
I just had something pulled up just in case, but I will shelve that now because I needed to remember how my shield worked. It's been a while. Okay. So recap. Oh, I almost said Clipper. Crumbs is turning to stone.
Hey.
Yes.
Nyx is
Not
bloody.
that big of a change.
How far are they? Like, who's closer?
Crumbs is definitely closer to you. He's only 30 feet from you.
I feel like it's just magically unrefining the steel I'm made out of.
I don't think I can help with that at all. I don't know how I would help. So I guess first bonus action, pew pew cloud magic to I guess the swarm that's attacking Crumbs or was attacking Crumbs. Pew pew. That's a 19 to hit.
That's a 19 to hit. That definitely hits. Yeah.
11 force damage, and they are pushed 5 feet.
The last of the stone statues around him are shattered apart.
Fantastic. And then since it kind of worked last time, I'm just gonna do shatter on the thing again because I can't.
Sure.
I don't think I can get to Nyx in time, and I also don't want to turn to stone.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do shatter once more. So con save.
All right. Disadvantage, right?
Yeah, because it's stone.
All right. That is definitely a success. It rolled 17 twice.
Darn. Okay. I think half as much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ooh, that's 19. So, 9? 9 thunder damage?
Yeah. That sounds good.
That's 18. I suppose since both the hordes are just kind of like doing stuff, I guess I can get like a little closer, but like maybe like 5 feet closer. So I just kind of like do a little hop.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm doing.
The one of the hordes is right up next to you though.
Oh,
the one that
sick.
ran towards you.
Cool.
Yeah, so you can't
I'll
leave its area without invoking attack of
stay there.
opportunity.
Okay.
Speaking, I believe it's their turn now. Yeah. What happened, Lizzie?
She gone. Oh, she coming back. She back.
Oh, okay. Oh, now we lost Karina.
Run gone.
Sorry, my whole my audio like cut out completely, and I couldn't hear it anymore.
Okay. That other swarm is up next and is going to attack Aether. That is a 19 to hit.
That definitely hits. Let me pull up my shield thing. So where's my inventory, D&D Beyond? Am I just missing? Where is she? Okay. Where is this? I think it's like I just had it. I'm so sorry. It's not under Polar Guard. It's under the Artificer Infusions about the Propulsion Shield thing, and I don't have it memorized yet, so I will have it in just a minute.
You do take 8 damage though.
Okay. Infusion. Okay. Propulsion Shield. I can use a reaction immediately after being hit by a melee attack to expend one of the charges and push the attacker up to 15 feet away. So I want to do that.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's how many feet away?
15.
Okay, you just like there's an explosion and all the bodies go flying backwards and you hear the sound of like stone on stone as they
I'm just
fly
like,
back.
no, thank you. Ice.
Sure. And what? Sorry, and you did. Oh, and I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 14.
14. That is a success. You're fine.
Oh, really?
It's very low.
Okay.
All right.
Thankfully, I rolled a 4 for some reason for fun.
That is the end of that. Sorry, my dogs are barking and it was distracting. All right, and that's that. It's the top of the turn now. Let me roll something. All right. Nyx, you're up.
Then I'm gonna hit.
Mhm.
Also, my mom just got home, so she might come in. 21 to hit.
That hits.
20, not natural.
Mhm.
And yeah, that hits too. Oh, my boot. Hold on 1 second, guys.
Food.
Suffering from too many abilities.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing that I've realized already.
Mhm.
Too much.
Sorry, my hiking boots for my REU came in, so I got to them on later.
Oh.
Right, I'm attacking. All 3 of them hit because this last one was an 18 plus 6. So
All right.
I'll give you.
And do you get an
total
extra attack because you're bloodied?
Oh, I do. I'll do one more. Natural 20.
All right.
Hmm.
Just load up all the damage for me.
Yeah. Okay. Da. Oh my gosh.
I think the new change of music was good.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I literally just rolled 5s in a row.
That's not that. That's pretty good. That's very good, actually.
Okay. That's for a total of 36 damage.
Jeez.
36
I think
damage,
that's
and I'm gonna have that.
Yeah. So that's a total 18.
That's sad. I'm upset now.
That's
Right?
a little sad, but at the same time, that's also
It's ridiculously good considering the circumstances.
yup.
I think that's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
damage than I'm physically capable of producing in a turn. To be fair,
You're pretty high damage, actually. Surprisingly so.
I could be. I guess. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So next is going to be Crumbs.
That's me. Well, I have a feeling that another saving throw is coming at the end of my turn.
That is correct.
So I'm gonna do something I should have done at the beginning of the turn. At the beginning of this fight. Are both of them within 30 feet of me?
Both of who?
Are my comrades?
Yeah, I think they are. I think they are.
Nice. Well, I don't have a food explanation for this, so I just cast Bless on all 3 of us.
Sure.
So everybody gets an extra D4 on those attack rolls and saving throws.
Mhm.
And then
You just
I don't really have a bonus action right now, so
sure.
Yeah.
I think some of your abilities could be bonus actions depending on what you picked.
Oh. Yeah, but there's no spell casting going on right now, and the one that I picked has to do with concentration, so that doesn't really help in this situation.
Okay.
But
Um
it's all good.
You release some just radiant energy that kind of goes into each of you, and just kind of energizes you.
You just feel good. That's true. It could be like a little energy. I just toss like little energy drinks.
Caffeine boost.
Just shoot
Uh,
little 5-hour energies in
so
like
now
syringes into their necks.
it is going to be the statue
Wait.
again.
So wait, what just happened?
You're
He casts
blessed.
bless on you.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. What does that do again?
You get an extra D4 on all attack rolls and saving throws, as long as I maintain concentration.
Dope. Okay. Sorry, I was pulling out my fancy boots. Look how cool they look.
Ooh, I like the blue.
All right, I promise I'll stop getting so distracted. Method acting.
So it makes another attack against you, and it is a natural 20.
Oh, me?
Wait, am I making that Constitution save?
Yes, I need you to make that Constitution save.
Ah, okay. I'll throw that out, and I'm gonna roll the D4 anyway. Oh wow! Oh, I have 22 before the bless,
Oh, you do succeed.
which I'm gonna roll anyway.
So it makes
26. Come on.
for sure.
Am I unrestrained or am I just not petrified?
I think you're
I was
unrestrained.
afraid. I was petrified. Thinking I could never live without you by my side. Ooh, these are comfy boots. Holy cannolis.
You take another 30 points of damage.
Me?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, halved?
Yeah, halved. You have it.
Y'all.
So only 15.
Y'all. 15 is still 15.
Mm-hmm. And that was its first attack.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna die.
No, its second attack was an 11.
Okay, that misses.
Yeah, but you're still like you're kind of crammed, like just starting. You're just trying to get up from the crater that you were in. You release just a fury of attacks trying to chip through the. You're trying to chip through it like it's an armor, but there's just stone beneath it, and you don't know what you can do. And then it just once again slams its fist into you, and you can feel like your leg bend backwards and break.
Did you let people bend over backwards for people? This isn't what they mean.
And you've got Velociraptor leg going on. And then you see as it's beginning to reach down, and it looks like it's going to try to grab you and do what it did to the Azarius Legion to you.
Didn't. That'd be cool.
Next is going to be
Don't kill me on the first session back. That'd be so
the
disrespectful.
swarm is going to. Oh, that swarm is dead. That swarm's gone. So now is Aether.
Aether, help, because I can do nothing.
I want to assist. Let's see here. How far am I from Nyx?
I believe you're 30 feet.
Okay.
No, wait, you never left your point, so you should be 60 feet away.
That's true. Let's see here. I'm checking my spell. I'm too far for everything. Oh no. Okay. I'm going to bonus action pew pew at the other swarm that's still up. Pew, pew.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Go.
22.
That hits.
That's 6 force damage, and they're pushed 5 feet away. And I'm going to.
They're almost back at. They're actually almost back at Nyx at this point. They're closer to Nyx than they are to Aether.
Didn't I push
No.
them though?
No, I'm sorry. They're closer to Crumbs than they are to Aether now, because you keep pushing them.
I'm sorry. I'm scared.
I am ready. Bring them to me.
I'm just gonna wings. Sure. Just
Yeah.
that's my action. I have wings now.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna fly up then. I'm gonna fly up like diagonal.
Mhm.
So however far that gets me, flying speed of 30 feet. So
Sure.
that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
And my cannon thing is still on the ground.
Got it.
I'm like holding the shield and other things, so it doesn't make any sense for me to hold that too.
Sounds good. So up next is the swarm that's actually going to go and attack Crumbs.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
That's an
Crum.
18 to hit.
I'm not gonna need to eat that
Yeah,
cookie.
you got me.
I'm gonna die.
You got me.
I'm not close enough for Care Moons. That's what I wanted to do.
It is.
He's
13
okay.
points of damage.
Aha! Joke's on you. Are we rounding down or up?
Down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haha. I have to make a concentration check. Ooh, that's pain. That's sad. Wait, but isn't a concentration check technically a saving throw?
Constitution saving throw.
Haha! I can't. I get +4 D4 because I lose concentration. No more bless.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I got 8.
And I need you to make Constitution
With
saving
bless, I got 8.
No,
That's so sad.
that's sad.
I literally rolled a 2.
throw. I need you to roll Constitution saving throw.
Hey, maybe we'll get a better one this time. Ooh, that's a 10.
Oh, then you're turning to stone again.
Make an dexterity saving throw, Ryan! Screw you!
Yeah.
I'll do it again!
That's easily a failure.
Yes! Big thump! I don't know, they hit me, and my little jets, like, boof. Take 6 thunder damage.
Sure.
So I know me like only half paying attention sometimes is kind of annoying, but at the same time it's
I do it.
beneficial because then I'm not paying attention 100%, and then I'm not getting angry when things go bad. So I'm kind of in this just vacant state. I'm vibing.
I like how me and
Alright.
Lindsay both pay about half attention, so if you really add it all up, it's like we got 2 full players.
Yeah. I mean, I'm usually better than this, but just like so many things have been happening like around me, and my brain is like occupied. It's
also our first session back.
It's not even that
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention to D&D. I just spend the whole time reading my character sheet, thinking about what I'm gonna do, then I have no idea what happens to other people.
I sort of made us
Liam
a
is like
Twitter
that.
like 5 minutes ago.
We have a
I made
Twitter.
it. Yeah, I made a Twitter
Oh.
account for us.
Oh,
That's
really?
one of the
That's
reasons I was distracted.
Is that why?
Well,
someone said something about Twitter?
Somebody advertised us on their Twitter, so I wanted to retweet and be
Oh.
like, "Hey!" So yeah,
That's really cool.
yeah,
What's up next?
Oh, I think it's the people that rated us. I think
They did.
Yeah.
yeah.
that's good stuff.
Who's up next? Sorry. I forgot where we were. They just attacked Crumbs, is what happened. So that means we're at the top of the round. It's
About to
Nyx.
blow these boys
It's
away.
me.
Don't die. Please.
Gonna do what I do best. Actually, I'm gonna use my first action to eat the cookie
Nice.
and get 3 temp health points.
It's actually a bonus action.
Right.
To
I
eat-
can do it
Your
with
bonus
the
action.
I
It's
can
a
do
bonus
okay. Then I'll do
action.
my bonus action.
It's
for
a
that.
bonus action to eat the cookie.
Cool.
Just so y'all know.
Wow. And now I have 27 hit points instead of 24.
It's really not a super beneficial thing. It's definitely something that you should probably eat like when we're not in combat.
Yo,
Mhm.
Because 3 temp HP just does not feel like it's worth a bonus action to me. But
Yeah, that's for sure
fair.
true.
It's a thing.
All right, I'm gonna
It's-
do 2 attacks. No, 3 because I'm bloody.
Mhm.
16.
True.
That does not hit.
Best part is,
I think it's cute that when you think you go, like, it looks like you're the nerd pulling up your glasses to do like the like now to Blue Eyes White Dragon, but instead you're just
blue eyes.
I'm trying to make sure my brain is honed into one spot,
Uh-huh.
and the spot is D&D. Okay,
Is-
22 for that.
that hits. Is calculating a single number.
My favorite part about those crappy little
That
cookies
misses.
is that those
Wait, no,
cookies-
it's 17. Does 17 hit?
Sorry.
17 does hit.
Ooh.
That just hits. Oh, also, I didn't finish making your signature spell, but you do have access to Good Berry now. Matt.
Indeed. Ryan was like, "You want a custom spell?" And we talked about it for so long. Finally, I was just like, "Can I just have Goodberry? It's such a useful little thing."
That's cute.
We're gonna improve it, but
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna argue with that.
it's gonna become a level 2 spell, and it's gonna have different effects. I think. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Good cupcake.
11 damage, so halved is 5.
11 damage halved is 5. Awesome. Thank you.
Definitely
Well
not
done.
awesome,
I mean,
but also not awful.
you've done almost all the damage here.
Yeah, it would have been nicer if I could have done that full 36.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But it was a great job. You've been doing work.
Sounds like you like talking to your kid like after they give you a drawing to put on the fridge. Great, good job, honey. I'll put it on the fridge.
Crumbs, it's your turn.
So there's a swarm on me.
Oh, yeah.
So how much of a swarm are we talking here? You know, can I see like we got like half the swarm, a little more than
Half of, just less than half of them are alive.
Oh, yeah.
Their damage actually decreased since that time.
Is there any way I could insight just like a general range of their hit points?
I don't know what to do because they're statues, so it can't be a medicine check.
Sure. Just based on how many of them have died so far, I don't know.
Make an intelligence check for me, straight.
Man, that's the one I'm not good at. It's a 4. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I was gonna
Yeah,
do
look,
then.
there's a lot of them around you right now. You're sure there's at least 100.
Oh, well, then in that case, Ryan, I would like the swarm to make a Constitution saving throw. As I just...
Does that have disadvantage?
Do they have disadvantage? That one they don't, which makes me think I should use Shatter instead.
I'll... Whatever you did, whatever you said.
I'm doing Thunder Wave.
Okay, they do fail.
Which they don't have disadvantage. Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, Ryan, I'm gonna use my Channel Divinity to just maximum overdrive and just full damage Thunder Wave. And they take 24 thunder damage. It's just a max damage Thunder Wave. I don't have to roll damage. I use my Channel Divinity to do max damage.
That's very good. You see them all just like, you look over at Crumbs for a second as he's just like, it becomes that moment where there's just a horde jumping all on him and he just gets covered in these stone bodies. And then you just hear, as just there's a concussive force centered out at his body. And you see them all just go flying in different directions, many of them in pieces, and then fall to the ground, crumble. And you see only one get up.
Crumble. He also gets pushed 6 feet away from me, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
The cookie crumbles.
That was a lot of damage.
I built this guy to be able to do a boatload of thunder and lightning damage, which is pretty useful in this situation specifically.
That is what he can do.
Because I
this is good.
Tempest Cleric, which gives me the Channel Divinity that lets me do max damage, lightning or thunder damage, like once a day, which isn't a lot, but.
My prediction was correct.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
If you know what the rest is, you should text it to me or Matt.
Oh, it was just the cleric thing, because I remember when you were like, he's quite obviously a chef. I'm like, he's not playing a bard. It's got to be a cleric. That would be the only thing that makes sense with healing.
My favorite part is the only reason I'm playing a chef character is because I was looking over the feats and saw the chef feat and thought, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
That's it. Those shitty little 3 temp HP cookies are my entire justification for being a chef.
Aether, not Aether.
Oh.
Nyx.
Oh, wait.
Me?
Do I still have to make
Yes.
a Constitution save?
Yes, you do. It made a attack against you. It is a 24.
That misses.
It doesn't do damage, but it reaches down and it grabs you with its hand.
No.
And it lifts you up for its second attack. It begins to squeeze and crush you.
Oh.
and then throws you at Aether, who's flying in the air.
Yikes.
Can I catch her? Be like, line back.
Aether, she already takes the damage from the throw because she's getting crushed. This is determining if you get hit and take the damage as well.
By the way, Ryan, I got a
Okay.
14.
So is this
What?
like
I got a 14.
Yeah, you succeed.
Hey.
is
Yeah.
this like a dex save?
No, it's an attack roll.
Okay.
That's a 16 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. What happens is you see him crush Nyx with his hand, and then throw her at you, and you kind of just go into the air, and you're ready to like block and dodge. As Nyx is actually, I need to roll damage for Nyx because she does.
What if I'm just dead in dead weight?
Flat.
That's extremely possible.
I will be right back.
Good thing I'm resistant to all damage except for psychic. When I'm
We should
raging.
just try tracking down that one person's son.
It's 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my gosh, at least that's halved. Otherwise, I'd be at 1 right now.
One is better than negative.
Dude, you're doing good.
Amen. I'm doing
God.
decent.
You have so many hit points. I have 51.
You get so
14
Nyx goes flying
HP.
past and hits the ground past you and rolls onto the ground 30 feet below you, and then you see as the giant statue reaches for another piece of stone and picks up a part of the barrier and throws it at you again, Aether. And then as it is headed towards you, there's just and then a giant beam of fire erupts in front of you, and just instantly just melts and eviscerates the metal before it even hits you, like it just vaporized it. And then at this moment, the sky just goes bright with light as you see a bird call erupts behind you, as a flaming bird flies in with a person on its back,
No.
and you see the person on the back with golden armor and long flowing blonde hair behind his head, his eyes glowing with the radiant energy. He's still reaching his hand out from the beam of fire that just melted the steel before it, in a matter of seconds, and then he begins to fly forward and basically just crashes his bird into the statue that is no longer has Nyx next to it, and then just circle of flame circles around it, and then when the flame finally dissipates, you see there is no longer a statue there at all, and it's even a smokeless flame. It burns everything into just atoms. And then at the center, you see the bird outstretched with the man on his back. And now we're moving on to the next turn.
I feel like I walked away at the wrong time.
Yeah. And actually at this moment, the rest of the Zarius Legion are going to move in, and more and they fire two just flames out of their hands and eviscerate the last of the I don't think I need to roll. Yeah, they're dead. And just eviscerates the last of the stone cursed statues that remain. And it just it explodes in flame. All right.
Well, escalated quickly.
Yes.
I think that's our cue to leave really quickly.
Be like, all right, see ya, bye.
Alright, cool. I'm fun hanging out, boys. We'll see you later.
Angel appearing in the sky.
All right. And then the dust begins to settle. Nyx, you stand up, your leg and your arm's broken. with small like hairline fractures throughout your arm and your leg, just not in the right direction at all. And I guess Crumbs is still trying to recover from being in and out of stone every 3 seconds.
He's actually doing phenomenal. Like, aside from wavering in and out of like essentially non-sentience, like he barely took any damage.
He did take some from his weapon though, right?
Yeah, like admittedly, I think my own weapon did a third of the damage that I took in that fight.
I went from 79 to 14.
I went from 79 to 68.
I'll walk
Nyx?
over to Nyx and give a little healing hands because I feel better.
Nyx super tanked that.
Oh yeah.
Actually, and the flame of the phoenix in front of you just like sort of disappears and calms until and then just like shrinks basically until the phoenix isn't there anymore. And then you still see the radiant glowing figure that you recognize to be Azarius.
I don't think the
Um,
leg is supposed to look like this. I think I
Let me,
it feels like almost too quickly Azarius makes it over to you. He looks like he's just walking, but then he's just right in front of you in a blink of an eye.
Isn't this the
And
deity
then
that I impersonated?
Krona, how much did healing did you
no.
No, it's not. Never mind.
8?
Yeah, because it's just healing hands. It wasn't like cure wounds or
8 points.
8 points.
Enough for me to slap this guy. No, I'm kidding. I won't do that.
Yeah, that would be a great idea.
Azarius reaches his hand out and like kind of like waits for a second to wait for permission, and then like puts his hand forward and touches your the side of your face, and then you just feel a course of radiant energy run through your body, and even without Nyx, even without you feeling it, like you don't feel any shift or movement of any kind, but without you noticing, you realize you're standing up straight, your leg is completely healed, and you get back 50 hit points.
All right.
Alright,
You
I
didn't
see
get
you.
healing hands.
I am always fully healed.
50 hit points. That is how many hit points I have. Dear God.
Oh, wow.
We'll get there someday.
Like, total.
I'm not worried about it.
He looks over at the remaining Azarius Legion, and he says, I need you to gather everyone, secure the perimeter. Aether, this voice is familiar to you.
Uh-huh.
You're having trouble placing it right now, but you know you recognize it.
Nyx is sort of like gonna try to defensively, casually stand in front of Aether. Just kind of like, thank you for the healing.
I want to personally thank you for your assistance. This got out of hand very quickly. This is
Oh, you
not.
know.
And as he speaks, there's like an echoing of his voice, as if orchestral. That kind of resonates with you. This person is distinctly inhuman. You can feel it in every action that he does. It feels different. It doesn't feel wrong. It feels different. And he goes, I want to thank you so much for your assistance. I promise you have saved lives. Your blood and your sacrifice meant a lot.
Well, you know,
Just start awkwardly walking over.
just do nothing, so.
I want personally thank you, and also and he you see his eyes, his pupilless eyes, like because he's just filled with radiant light. Looks over to Aether. If I
like-
could, I came here because of the emergency, but also because I recognized something that did not belong. One of your friends is of a unique ancestry, And if she is willing, I would like to have a conversation with her.
Nyx is just gonna sort of look at Aether and be like, what do you want to do? If you need, I can be back up. I'll be like right here. Like
Sure. Yeah, sure.
don't go too far from my sight though, because yeah.
She's feisty.
We don't have to move anywhere. I understand you may not know who I am, or the essence of who I am. So I will not force anything upon you. However, and he hands you a small emblem with the symbol of the Azarius Legion. I could sense you as soon as I brought my attention over to this area. I believe that we may be more related than you think. And at any time you are comfortable talking about it, or are curious about your ancestry, simply ask for me through this medal, and I will contact you and we can have more conversations.
Thank you.
I know you can't understand this, but watching what you are doing today has made me infinitely proud.
Nyx is just like very much glaring daggers at this guy. Like,
I'm
don't
creepy, I'm
test
not gonna
me.
lie. It gives me some stalker vibes.
Well, I mean, I've got some notes and some words after this conversation ends.
Thank you. I will attend to that later.
In the meantime, we're going to close down this area, and I would ask that you stay out of the way of my legion. If you have any questions, they'll answer what they can. However, please understand that all of this is under utmost secrecy.
Of course.
Are we to understand that the threat is gone, or is there more that we should be concerned about?
Even we cannot understand the answer to those questions yet. I can have some of my guards, I can have some of the Legion communicate with you and fill you in on any information we find we are capable of sharing with you. In any case, I've made quite a scene by showing up the way I have.
Yeah,
But,
you came in on a phoenix, bro.
I'll leave you be. And he steps back, and as he steps back, there's just a door of light that opens behind him, and he disappears.
That guy's a little extra.
And a bunch of you see the Azarius Legion begin moving in. Some of them give head nods, but they seem very somber, especially as they pick up the remains of some of the other Azarius Legion. And then they also just kind of go into work mode, closing down the perimeter again. And you see some of them come back with these cases and begin to put in the stone fragments of all the pieces of all the people that you killed, statues. But you look into the as you're now get the chance to like quietly look around, you look past the barrier that was broken, and you see it looks like the city as it was. It looks like the power there has cut off, so all the neon signs are just dull and dark. But you see on the streets, there's just hundreds of statues of people completely still.
Oh my gosh.
Whack. It's gonna take a lot of lesser restoration. Or whatever.
Greater
it is.
restorations
Is
to
it
cure.
greater?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's greater for.
I think my personal rule is if you get to someone before they've turned to stone, you can do a lesser restoration and prevent it. But once they're stone,
We should probably get out of here to get out of the way.
That's probably for the best.
Are you okay, Aether?
I'll be fine. We can leave first.
Okay. Come on, crumbs. Let us be on our
and
way.
make an insight check.
Me?
Aether.
Oh.
13.
Karena might have figured it out. And you can decide how much Aether knows. But this voice is, you can't quite place it, but it is intimately familiar.
Yes.
I mean, I figured it out.
Yeah, I figured. But yeah, you guys can go back, do whatever you want with your time.
I feel like we should go home
Yeah.
and we should decompress.
Let's go.
What's the word? Deliberate?
Maybe I'll cook something like wholesome instead of just pure sugar for once.
Pure sugar is wholesome, thank you.
No, but like, maybe like a nice hearty like pot pie or something.
That
Yeah.
sounds
That would be good.
The only downside to all this is I actually can't taste food, so like you all have to let me know if it's good or not, because it might be really bad. I don't know. Sometimes I mostly just use my dad's recipes, but sometimes I like mess with them a little bit to see what happens. I don't know.
I'm assuming they've been pretty good so far.
Well, so far he's made cupcakes and pancakes, sugar cookies, which are hard to mess up.
You'd be surprised.
Also,
Fair.
Nyx hasn't had sweets in like 6 months, so anything remotely sweet is probably going to be.
That was something that me and Ryan talked about though while building this character, was the just sheer comedic irony of the fact that like a Warforged is a chef, despite the fact that he has no concept of what this food tastes like.
So it's just chemistry.
By the way, there's a frog emoji. I put that in there.
Thank you
There's a
for
frog
sharing.
emoji?
Thank you. For sharing.
Yeah, somebody complimented your nat 20, Nyx.
My what? My nat 20?
Your nat 20.
Ooh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Do we still have viewers?
It's Glitch Ghost, our nicest and kindest fan.
Thank you, Glitch Ghost. I
turned
haven't
off-
been paying attention to the chat.
I haven't been looking either.
Once I saw we only had 2 viewers, I was like, oh, it's probably like Ryan and
What
Grant.
was that?
I'll pay attention now. Thank you. Okay, so let's deliberate.
Yeah. I'm just like flipping over the emblem thing in my hand, just like nervously, like I do with my phone.
So I can talk first, or you can talk.
You can talk first.
Okay. So, based on my notes, I'm
Nick
assuming
pulled out a pencil.
has a little notepad. No idea where she's kept it. She doesn't really have a lot of pockets.
Barley ate it and threw it back up.
She keeps it in her moldy pouch, so it's a little gross. But and who's it? So that was Azarius, the leader of the Azarius Legion, who was sent down by Lathander, the god, to protect the city.
Oh, is that the god I impersonated?
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
Nice.
You also decided to impersonate the god and got it terribly wrong. Lathander is the god of princes. His dad is Paylor, and you dressed like Paylor.
It
Funny.
doesn't look
Okay,
pitter patter.
Fine.
so
Potato potato.
Azarius was also the name of the voice you heard in your head as a kid.
Yeah.
And was that guy's voice?
Yeah.
So that guy's been talking to you since you were a kid.
I suppose so, although I'm very confused. Granted, our last interaction did not end well, so. I guess I'm confused at the diplomacy of it all. It just doesn't make sense.
Because, like, I don't understand why he didn't just open with, like, oh, hey, Aether, I talked in your mind when you were a child. Remember? I didn't even bother to change my name.
Right. I don't know. So he's proud, but the last thing that I heard from the voice was after the incident. And I'm assuming that we can fill in Crumbs. Guess what, Crumbs?
Actually, it's funny because I was thinking like After a while of you guys having a conversation, Crumbs comes back into the room with like groceries that he just bought. Just like goes over to the kitchen that probably hasn't been touched in years and just starts like doing stuff.
Well, I mean, they
That's
still
just-
eat. It's just not like
Well, you know,
a lot.
Just saying.
Yeah.
The microwave gets a lot of.
Yeah.
Here's my other concern. We have not been subtle in our actions. Ever.
No.
Especially not me.
Comes back
So
out.
why now? It's like we've been doing stuff around the Azarius Legion before. So is it I don't understand.
Unless Galdervan's just some kind of like rogue of it all. And that's not how all of them are. I mean, we haven't interacted with anyone else from
That's
the Legion
true.
other than him.
And this was a very large concentration of Azarius Legion, like literally all Azarius Legion.
Yeah. So it makes sense for him to show up when things got so bad.
Yes? I wonder if he only actually showed up because you were here.
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you think you'll talk to him?
I don't know what to say. You know? The last interaction, after everything happened, you know, everything up until then had been like, oh, I'm so proud of you. You're bringing so much good into the world, all that kind of thing with what I was building and making. But after I messed up, the voice said, well, it seems like you're not actually good, are you?
Okay, well, that's a bunch of baloney.
Well, it's hard to disprove after you kill your own parents.
Yeah. But
Crumbs is just very awkwardly cooking in the other room, fully able to hear this, and he's just like, okay, like making pies. Just
Yeah, he's just making some, putting some salt in after you kill your parents.
he's just like,
Poor Jordan.
okay, just gonna keep.
well, there are kind of two sides to this. There's definitely more than one side, but there's two ways that I'm looking at this. One, super creepy dude that's been talking in your head since you were a child and making you make something that was ultimately responsible for killing your parents. Now wants to talk to you again. Out of nowhere. Out of the blue. Suspicious motives. But on the other hand, an opportunity to figure out your ancestry and like who your real parents are. And your past. And personally, as someone who is also searching for that information, this is a very tempting opportunity.
I feel like I'm more interested in just figuring out what's going on. I mean, my parents are my parents, the ones that adopted me, the ones that raised me. I never really thought that much about who my real parents are, because obviously they didn't care, or at least didn't want to make any sort of contact, so why should I?
Do you know that they weren't trying to?
I suppose I don't, but either way, I really want to figure out what's going on with Galdervan. I mean, if he's just by himself doing this, then that would probably make our job a lot easier. So
Yeah.
I guess by talking to Zarius, maybe we could figure something out. Or at least have more leads into the other situation, figure out who's telling the truth and who's not.
The other thing is, there's no guarantee that he's going to be telling us the truth.
Well, seems like we've learned that, at least with people that maybe aren't in his much power, that's where our friend Crumbs can come in. Or we just get as much information we can without being killed or on anyone else's bad side. So I think I will talk eventually.
Team check.
You know, just for the
Sorry.
sake of it.
Having super
Okay,
serious
you know,
conversations, he's
Been a
quite old.
while. He's just like, I'm just cooking.
It's so funny.
I just love that tableau of like Aether and Nick sitting down in the background in like a window, just like
Like a Cooking Mama 3DS game.
Yes.
Yeah. Crumbs just comes in like with like these three pies on his hands, and he like gives you 2 pies on plates, and he goes, "Well, you know, Aether, I don't know a lot about people. Well, I mean, you know, I worked in a restaurant for a while, so I've heard a lot of people talk, and you know, while your predicament with the parents thing isn't super uncommon, it is uncommon that you have someone that knows such a ridiculous amount about you, and I think at the very least it'd be worth asking him just to know what he knows about you and what he can teach you about yourself. It might make you feel better in the long run, even if it might hurt in the time being."
It's some very sage wisdom. Thank you, Crumbs.
I try. Also, I
Yeah.
think I might have overcooked the chicken a little bit, but it's probably not that bad.
It smells
still better.
wonderful.
better than what we usually eat. I'm not exactly a cook.
And you definitely don't want me to cook. Who knows what's gonna end up in it?
I don't want you near an oven. Ever.
Can I just make an insight check on Aether, Ryan?
Yeah,
Because I'm
go
not
ahead.
gonna ask her about why she killed her parents, but I at least want to just kind of read her face a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why did you viciously murder?
By the way, why did you kill your
It's
parents?
26. Do I think Aether's a good person?
You aren't sure of the circumstances in any capacity.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
read that whatever happened, Aether isn't happy about it.
Sure.
And she's talked about her parents some, and she seems to care genuinely for them.
I'm not gonna say anything about it, but he just, I think he was like, I've talked to these people for like a day now. They seem nice, but she killed her parents. What is that about? I'm just gonna, he just like kind of, he like, you probably can't even tell he's
Curveball.
looking at you because he just has like flat face with no expression, but he just like stares at Aether for a second and is like, she's a good person. She's good.
It's also pretty reasonable to consider, I suppose, like magics that control somebody's mind and other things like that straight up exist, and they're not even that hard to get.
He literally
So,
has
like,
some himself.
right. So
Like, not
it's
to that
totally
extent,
reasonable
but-
to think of. It's not like the real world. It's totally reasonable to think somebody could accidentally kill their parents for reasons outside of their control.
Plus, also with the amount of wisdom that Crumbs has, he's probably like, you know, accidents happen, things happen, you know, who knows, you know? If anything, he probably immediately is like, she probably has some guilt over something she had no control over. That's probably his immediate assumption.
Well, I guess we can take on that other case now in the meantime.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Just trying to roleplay my wisdom a little bit.
I love that. Oh,
He's not smart and he's not charismatic, but he's got something going for him.
This is Constitution, by the way.
18.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He has
I thought-
3 high stats and 3 low stats.
That's so fun.
It's great. He's got an 18, an 18, and a 20, and then he has an 11, a 13, and a 9.
Oh
I
my god.
have a
And
16, a
they
17, and a
upgrade it.
15, and then an 11, an 11, and a 10.
Nice.
And I can guarantee you, you know for sure, intelligence and wisdom are the low ones. And I play it up. Okay,
It's good
so
stuff. Good stuff.
so I'm wondering if we take on the missing hunter quest, maybe we go back to Jotunheim, talk to the stone giant mommy. Why did I say that? That sounded awful. That's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Just
Y'all, it was a
he
long
has no.
semester.
My favorite
My
part is
brain was fried.
I said that
You're like-
Crumbs cooked 3 pies, even though he doesn't eat. So I imagine he's just like sitting there with a pie in his hand, like he's putting it in his mouth, even though he doesn't need to. Just
So
so, like,
sad.
just to
I,
finish.
I imagine
He just
he doesn't ever
stops.
put it in his mouth. He just has his fork and
He
goes,
just keeps lifting it up and down.
yeah.
It's like an elevator.
He doesn't actually touch it. It's just when he's done, he wraps it in saran wrap and puts it in the fridge for one of them to eat later.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to refill my water bottles. Okay.
Also, by the way, Ryan,
Rewind.
just because
Stone Giant mother. Maybe we can go talk to her about her son.
Yeah.
that probably is a good idea. People get
That, what were you gonna say?
never a good thing. I was just gonna say, do you want to charge me for my grocery runs, and if so, how much?
Not really.
Because you steal them.
God.
Crumbs is such a nice, wholesome guy that he goes and like commits armed robbery against the local like grocer.
I mean, the reality is, it'd be like 3 copper.
Really? That's ridiculous.
I mean, I assume you're making all this food out from scratch, right?
pretty
Like,
much.
we're talking like,
I mean,
you
he
making
like
pies?
he was
you
like
got
the
some-
chef in a restaurant. He probably bought like flour and like basic.
You bought
He's not buying
flour,
pre-made pie
eggs,
crust.
baking soda, and some like apples. It's very cheap when you
Well,
make it from
I made
scratch.
chicken pot pies. So there's a bunch
Oh,
of-
you did.
But-
That's slightly more
Yes.
expensive.
But you know,
Tell you what, 5 copper.
I'm just imagining Crumbs like walking through a market and just like opening his chest and going,
that's basically what he does. He's like, I don't need a basket. It's okay. He just puts it in his chest.
like that's just
Gets
how
up to
he's
the counter and
feeling.
takes it out. They're like, do you need a bag? And he's like, nah, it's all good.
Sneaky. Not at all sneaky.
I'll put it. How about
I
this,
love
Ryan?
it.
I'll charge myself 2 gold and not do a grocery run for a while.
Sounds great. That sounds great. And you just you stocked up the kitchen.
I was like, man, these poor girls, they only got like a half a carton of eggs in here. I gotta get these.
That's with extra food. With your abilities and things, that comes from magic.
No, I know.
Yeah, okay.
We
That's
were
why I
gone for
said-
like 6 months, so there's like spoiled rotten eggs and spoiled
like,
milk, and it's nasty.
This is just
I
unacceptable.
think
Nick
Omar
was
had
growing
somebody
in the
take
back.
care of that kind of thing.
Yeah, and like in our defense, we didn't know we were leaving for that long. Because we
Yeah,
didn't,
yeah,
it's
for
not like we went back before.
And-
like,
You did have time to like clean up and stuff. It's
You're
not like
ruining my visual.
okay, all right.
I'm a garbage.
Brian, it's sad.
monster.
It's depressing. Okay, let it be depressing.
Nyx is disgusting.
I do. Yeah.
She
That's
carries a literal moldy pouch that grows psychedelic mushrooms.
and barley.
It's awesome.
And barley.
Barley.
I forgot about barley.
How could you forget about barley?
I am a terrible mimic clothing mother.
Mm,
I'm just gonna feed Marley.
barley.
You could have the
Barley.
3rd pot pie. I could have the
Oh
3rd
my
pot pie.
gosh, yes. We'll do
I'm
that.
like sitting there fake eating, and your like clothes are like slowly stretching towards me, and I'm just like,
Barley's
Yeah.
mouth just goes over the entire tin.
I love it.
it's just like those tins are really recyclable, you know. I don't know. Okay, fine.
For those watching, if you haven't caught up, I have a mimic clothing item that I named Barley. I feed him. He transforms with me.
It's just
I
shape
forgot
shifting
he-
clothes.
Yeah, I forgot he was there till just now. Because I'm so great at.
I remember everything.
I have it written down, and I literally looked at it. I looked at his name right before we started playing today.
Next time.
Dude, I do love barley. Barley's fun.
Yeah.
I'm so good at naming things. I'll have to
So-
post a picture of our mascot,
hmm
axolotl soap.
Yes. Soap is the patron of the goblins in the conspiracy.
Because, goblins, axolotls, synonymous.
Mhm.
Alrighty. So
Okay. You get 5
Oh,
viewers.
by the way, any uneaten sugar cookies become nothing at the end of the day.
I'll just eat it
Is
for
it-
fun.
They just poof.
I do genuinely think the best thing to do with those is to eat them before and after every fight.
Yeah, honestly, I would just eat them like first thing in the morning.
Yeah, but I think they don't stack.
They don't stack. But that's
Yeah, they
it's
don't.
Like they don't.
That's right.
They don't stack, and they also only last the day that I like create them. So it's like the best thing to do is just eat them first thing in the morning and have 3 temporary hit points every day. It's essentially just you guys just always have 3 temp HP.
Yeah, and I mean, if things get real bad, then I'll probably, like, if we're in a fight that's really bad, I'll probably use Wonder Spark as the temp hit points and be able to regain them.
Yeah.
So,
So what we can do, I think this is a good natural stopping point, but we don't have to.
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say it's a good natural stopping spot.
Okay, that sounds good.
How long have we been streaming?
6 hours.
We've been doing this since 1 p.m. I think we can pause here. And I'm satisfied with that.
Okay, so for anybody watching and anybody who cares,
5 hours.
5 hours.
Critical Role has nothing on.
Short
Just,
for us,
just so you
though.
know,
Yeah,
anybody
we
it's a-
technically 8 hours.
Yeah, 5 hours is not like new to us. Some of our streams are like 8 hours long.
I think in person we played for like 13 one time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I remember we got together like in the morning one time and played well into the night.
We are committed
Yeah.
to our craft.
It's a
We
good
are.
game. It's just fun.
dude, and those timescales have taught me that you can't prepare enough as a DM, because there's no way you can prepare for a 13-hour game. There's
Physically impossible.
That's why like you have to be good at like improv to DM.
you have ideas.
Yeah.
If I don't have an idea of what's going on, then we're in trouble. But as long as you have ideas, then like I have my phone, I can look up a monster and figure it out.
I do make up most of my. I've made up so
but-
many sessions like on the fly, just being like, all right, well I know they're gonna go over here and do this and do that and the other thing, and like I'll make up like names for important characters ahead of time and like names for places, and I'll maybe write about like if they're going to a city, I might write about like basic social structure of the city. That's it. Everything else, yeah, you can't plan everything.
So I'm just if anybody is interested in keeping up with us, we won't be playing next week, although every week afterwards, we expect to play every Saturday at about the same time. And also, if you care, we have a bunch of episodes on YouTube and also Twitch VODs.
So you can figure out what's going on.
If you want to catch up, there's 12 episodes, which are 2-parters. They're probably like, what would that be? Probably about a solid 100 hours at that point.
Dude, Critical Role genuinely has nothing on us in pure content amount. We're a lot slower and obviously not as good, but if you've got free time out the wazoo, we've got you.
Enjoy.
No, 100 hours.
Turn up the playback speed, make it a little faster. Zoom.
Enjoy
We
it.
play for longer than Critical Role and get through about the same.
Glitched Ghost, our
Yes,
most
Glitched
wonderful
Ghost.
best fan, already on
Thank
YouTube.
you.
Nice.
Yeah,
We also now have a Twitter and an Instagram.
we're gonna be posting art.
Yes.
We have
Karena
so
is
many
the resident
things.
artist.
We can.
Karena makes our art. She makes our music. She makes everything. We vibe.
Dude, that's so wonderful. That's exactly what I do this stuff for. What's our handle for Twitter?
I will put it in the chat.
It's like the Goblin Consp 1.
Goblin Consp 1.
Yeah.
That's very
our
funny.
Twitter.
Didn't
Our
fit.
Instagram is the Goblin Conspiracy.
Yeah.
One word.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I like how you're yellow, Lizzie.
Yeah. It's my
You're the
favorite
best.
color.
We are
Thank
not
you. We have
by any means. We're not professional voice actors or DMs or anything, but we're pretty cool.
4 burnt out college kids who just finished a gnarly spring semester.
I'm actually not done yet. I have to go do homework after this.
Oh, that sucks.
That's so sad.
I have like 4 finals due in the next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm right in the middle of it.
wow.
We
But
have so many
I
things.
was up till 4 o'clock last night doing 2 essays so that I would be available today because they were due tonight.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fair. It's fine. I did it to myself because I wanted to.
Be fun.
Well, we have a lot we have a lot of things and a lot of resources built, mostly thanks to Karena.
Yes, basically
but
all thanks to Corona.
even though we don't really have the supporters to support those things, but they're darn cool.
We'll be making content even if nobody looks at it but us.
That was the
Also-
original intention. Literally, this was like, we're not gonna get famous. Nobody's gonna watch us. But it's fun to record the stuff so we can reference it later.
It is
we were
genuinely fun to record and forces me to uphold a certain quality
Yeah.
that I don't know that I would do.
Plus,
Without
I
it.
feel like it also encourages us to stay on track more than we ever would otherwise.
Yeah.
Because at least, like, I go on tangents, but at least I'm like, we have to get back on track eventually because we're recording.
Yeah.
It used to be a lot worse.
Yeah.
And it's a 13-hour session.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So is that our ending point?
I think that's good.
And that's it.
Sure. See if I can remember what button I have to push.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. And
Thank you, Glitch Ghost,
MVP.
for being so kind to us today.
Yeah, thanks for being our MVP.
That was so fun.
All right.
Oh,
Ryan
Oh.
dropping the hearts.
See you next
yeah,
time.
I always do hearts. Okay. All right, we're good.